The Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's Murfreesboro on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com.
And this portion of the show brought to you by Bowen's Body Shop. From dings and dents to full body work, trust Jeff and Cal Bowen to do the job right. They're located on Middle Tennessee Boulevard. Tony Rutland joins me, the head coach of the Vergne Wolverines, and talking about dings and dents. But this time of year, everybody's got a few of them, don't they?
Yeah. Lucky for us, it's just minor dents and bruises, but the guys are really taking care of their body, and we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, doing more than pretty good. I think I kind of tried to count up. I think it's like 13 or 14 in a row or something like that, and that's pretty amazing to go through that and not have what you'd call a bad game. You played a really talented Smyrna team last night, and they were up, and you persevered and came out and actually won that by, I think, 11 or something like that.
Yeah, when we were on this win streak, I asked one of my assistants, I said, what do we do? Do we try to lose one so the guys can stay level-headed?
Mm-hmm.
And, he told me something that, Rick Pitino talked about when, his teams would go on a win streak or they would lose. You consult them, then you go back to film, and then you learn from your mistakes. But then when you're winning, you got to be harder on them. Nothing is right, to make sure that, they stay level-headed and stay hungry, and that's what we've been doing. With our schedule that we had in the beginning of the year, we were able to be battle-tested, and I think when we go through ups and downs and we're down in a game, we never panic, and that's one of the things that I really compliment my guys on, is they never panic. I'm never panicking because I've seen them go through things like this before, and we find a way to win. So I take the win. I'm not happy with the win sometimes, but we do adjust, and we make do with what we have.
Did the run last year help in that kind of situation too? Because you said before that they've been through some things, but that run was pretty incredible, and you got stopped by a team that eventually did it all. But does that help in that aspect about there are going to be ups and downs during the course of a game?
Yeah, I mean it does. Everybody pretty much who's playing now, I think we're deeper on the bench. We have guys who are stepping up. Last night, all my bigs pretty much scored like 8 points, 10 here and there, and it helped Landon and Sherman out. But they've been through last year playing Cookeville 4 times and playing everybody else. But, it's just a schedule. I hate to say it, but we've always been the underdog. I don't think we get the media attention that, other teams get. But, I use that for motivation. I put that on the billboard. If, we've been in the top teams in Rutherford County for the last 2 years. I looked at it, and, I talked to Landon. I mean, he was a senior with senior night, and I think his record against Rutherford County teams in 4 years is 26-8.
Wow.
And against Murfreesboro teams, he's 17-4.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you take that. I mean, it's not too many teams that can do that and say that we've done that in 4 years. And so that's a contest to them and working hard. But, again, we never get the pub. I think it's just still a football state and county. But to win 13 games, and I think it was the first time in school history that we go undefeated in the district.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that. That's hard in itself to do.
It is. When you think you can go undefeated, you don't. But, we have a lot of good teams. And, Lebanon I think they're on a 3-game win streak. I mean, they're a veteran team too, and that's the Lebanon that we've been waiting for from the beginning of the year. Smyrna is young, but I mean, they really have a lot of good athletes. I mean, every team that we've played this year has come at us, and we've stuck with the battle, and we've come on top.
You're sitting there at the top, so everybody wants to pick you off, and coming up in this district tournament that's going to be part of it. It's going to be played in Lebanon, which I don't know if that. I don't put too much stock in tournament having the home team, but I'm sure it helps a little bit. But you look down the road here, and Stewart's Creek is tough, Smyrna's tough, Lebanon's playing much better, and I don't know anything about Wilson Central, but it's to go undefeated to do that, and now to have to face it again in the tournament, it's going to be tough, and you guys, I think you guys realize that.
Yeah, I mean, our saying is a marathon, not a sprint. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Any team that is very successful, and when I had teams that were down, I always go back to the UConn team that won the national championship. They were the 8th seed, the last seed in the Big East, and they end up winning the national championship. And so it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I've always wanted our guys to start playing well when it comes to coming in February, in the beginning of February, and we've done that. And January started and we started playing well. We take many goals. It's 0-0. We try to win 2-0 every week. And now the district tournament is everybody 0-0. And so if we can go out and win a couple of games, we're 2-0 or 3-0 in the district tournament, then we'll go from there. But our goal is now everybody is 0-0, and we got to take it like it's a new season.
And I've always talked about dividing the season up into 3 sections. You've got I call the preseason, then the regular season, then the postseason. Your schedule was so tough in the preseason, and that to me I think has helped them along the way too, because there's not anybody they haven't played that is not tough.
Yeah, we played a lot. I mean, you're talking about the number 1 player in the state of Tennessee, and Christian Brown. We played them twice. We split with them. We lost to them by 4 at their place, and then beat them at Riverdale's Classic by like 9 or something like that. But we played Independence, who was a champion last year, and so we played Brentwood. We played all the teams that we feel like are great teams throughout the state. But that's what we want to do. If we want to be the best in the state, you have to play some of the top teams in the state and see where you compare yourself. A lot of these guys, they always see social media and other teams playing on TV and not playing on TV. And, when you go against those teams, this is your time to shine.
Yeah.
And so, I don't want to hear anything in the locker room of, oh, I'm better than them or whatever, and you get your opportunity. That's why we play those games.
I think the underdog mentality a little bit helps them too. I mean, because they don't get the pub that some other teams do, but that's kind of a motivating force, I would think, a little bit for them.
It is, and I think Landon again has had a great career
yes.
at Laverne. You go back to sophomore year, winning district tournament MVP. Last year, being all-state, all-region, again, first-team district, and this year, having the season he's having, he just haven't had the pub that the other counties, where it's Williamson County or Metro, where they're pubbing, different players every night and, after every game. But, again, I think that hurt him a little bit with Mr. Basketball, but his numbers has gone up every year, and he's been a big part of our success and laying the foundation at Laverne.
Steve Sherman, and I really like Cam Samuel a lot. Yes. Good defensive player and smart kid. Man,
he's our glue guy. He's our quiet MVP. Defensively, offensively, whatever you need to do, he's going to do it. He'll guard the best player. He jumps out of the gym. He'll get every rebound. He's just so calm, and he doesn't back down from nothing. And he can go 40 minutes. He'll run 100 miles per hour if he could.
it's really an amazing streak that you've got going here, and we hope it continues for about
Appreciate it.
Another 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe. I
I
guess.
hope so. Again, we're going to stay on our guys. We're going to come back and pray that we stay healthy. And we're getting Tarski Jones back. He had an injury and he's starting to play better, get back into game shape. So, hey, when these guys start to come together, hopefully we'll get on a good run again. You
had a great run last year, and maybe you can get another one this year and take it,
Yes, I hope so.
Hey, tell me a little bit about senior night, because it was really special, and boy, you all had a food spread.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous. Danny Brewer got to eat up there, and y'all did us really right when you had district played out there, and we were there, but you guys do it up right there, and it was a really special night.
It was. I think, again, Landon Bryant, I believe he's over 1,500, points for his career. We had Jason Emile, who had a great game. I believe he had 8 points, 9 points last night for his senior night. So we had Cam Samuels again, and Evan Hussey, who's been another role player. He's the one that, taked on a role where, hey, it doesn't matter if he scores or not. He's just going to try to play defense and do all the dirty things that, a lot of guys don't want to do. So I'm very proud of the seniors, man. They went out, they won against a great Smyrna team, and, we didn't give in because Smyrna came out punching, and, we was able to take those and counter and come up on top.
You look at your scores defensively, 65 is a lot of points to score against you. Smyrna did that, but the rest of you got 45, 53, 34. You guys really pride yourself on the defense.
Yeah, and, I feel like it's not the best yet, but we are doing really well defensively, and that's the main thing that we're trying to get in practice is defense. And, we're able to change our defenses a lot. We're trying to put in a lot of defenses, and, I told guys if we want to become a good team, I should be able to draw up something and execute it. And, we're starting to do that. Even if they haven't seen it before or run it before, if I draw it up, we execute, it will make a difference. And we did that last night. We changed the defense. They were up 8. We went to a 1-3-1. We had a big lineup, was able to get some steals. Took the lead right before the fourth quarter, and from there it was just us.
It's been a great year. Hope it continues, Coach. And
appreciate it.
When Dalton comes in, that means our time is up. But
yes.
But appreciate you being here, and good to talking to you. I'm glad I got to finally talk to you this year.
For sure.
Tough Laverne Wolverines. All right, coming up we've got Oakland, but first I got to tell you about our show being brought to you by Dan France Concrete, a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee. That's Dan France Concrete. We'll be back with Oakland.
At First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, we believe in making a difference in everything we do. From helping local businesses grow to guiding families towards financial stability, we are improving lives one customer at a time. Hi, I'm John Allen, Vice President and Commercial Banker.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
First National Bank of Middle